Oh God, I just washed my car.
You sure did. But yeah, your car's gonna get dirty.
Well,
Are employers permitted to electronically monitor their employees?
that's a loaded question. I'm just going to respond to Ontario. And the reason is because we now in Ontario have Bill 88. And Bill 88 requires employers, effective in 2022, as of October 11th, 2022, to have a policy regarding electronic monitoring. And so the idea of Bill 88 is that if you have 25 employees or more as of January 1st of every year, you have to have and give to employees an electronic monitoring policy. But what I think employees are going to understand from that, and indeed even employers, just like they misunderstood to some degree the right to disconnect, is there's now some independent right that employees have not to be monitored. That's not accurate. All Bill 88 does is it requires an employer to promulgate a policy, and the policy essentially has to identify whether you're monitoring or not electronically, and if you are, how are you doing it, and what's the purpose of it. But that's it. So what's interesting, and that's why I like this question, what's interesting is that employees who are very enthusiastically in support of working remotely, and that's great, employers have been concerned about their ability to ensure there's ongoing productivity and the lack of the ability to monitor to some degree in the remote work environment. So in some ways, Bill 88 almost encourages that, because all the employer has to do is be transparent. But in no way does it limit the employer from monitoring for purposes of performance, for example, and discipline. So employers continue to have that right to do that. They just have to be transparent about it, and employees need to realize that employers can do it, and at least in Ontario, we'll stick to Ontario.
Don't go back through the construction. You're trying to keep the car clean. Why do you keep driving into construction zones?
Well, that's who I am. Construction is my middle name.
Oh, God.